Hello, nerd fighters. My roommate's asleep, so I'm gonna keep this quiet and I'm gonna try and keep it short. Sorry, basically, for not posting last week. Alan has an excuse. He's having technical problems. I, however, just forgot. Because being unemployed, I just kind of forget what day of the week it is sometimes because I have nothing to do. So, this week, I believe we are talking about language, particularly the evolution of it. And my take on this, or more specifically, my take on this, is that the use of net lingo in pervasive everyday language is whether or not it's destroying the English language. My thought is yes, it is, because I prefer more intellectual, clear communication, although I have to admit that I am rather guilty of slipping into lolcat speak. As in, when I'm with my friends, I'll say something like, I can have soda, or something silly along those lines. But the one point where I refuse to give in, is when texting. And I know a lot of people are texting these days. It's the thing. To switch, instead of typing ARE for the word R, like, are you gonna go to the movie tonight? They'll just write the letter R. And yes, I know that saves time, but I can't tolerate that. Like, it bothers me deep down inside. I'm a fan of grammar. I may not necessarily capitalize a lot of the time, or I may capitalize kind of inconsistently, and that's just because I'm lazy and don't like the shift key. But I'm not so lazy that I will type in numbers instead of proper words, even on my cell phone, and I don't have that T9 stuff where it suggests the word for you. I actually type it all out. A friend of mine, I am late today posting because I was just hanging out with some friends for St. Patty's Day, and I hope everyone had a good one. I hope everyone had a safe one. But she was sitting next to me and she was texting to a friend, and I saw that she had typed the letter R instead of ARE, and I was like, I'm disappointed in you, because you're so clever and so smart, and yet you can't be bothered to type out the whole word. And she has a fancy phone, like, Touch Diamond, I think she said it was called. I don't know, it's Sprint something. And, like, she was using, like, a little stylus, and had the keypad, like a little touch keypad, like the QWERTY, QWERTY form keypad, and was typing it out, and still didn't bother to type ARE. Because generally, when you're paying for text, you're not paying for short length. You're paying for text, each individual text, not each letter in your text. I could understand shortening words to, like, numbers and single letters when they're not normally, but I'm just so disappointed in her for that, because she's a smart girl. And, like, I was talking to her before I got back here, and she was saying how I'm much better in email, honestly, and I'm like, that doesn't matter. Really. And I know that language evolves, things change. We definitely don't speak English as it was, like, even 50 years ago or 100 years ago. I know things change. And I think technology, I'm kind of a Luddite, because I think while I embrace technology sometimes, I still think it'll be the downfall of civilization. I have friends that are worried about a zombie apocalypse. I'm more worried about the robot uprising, to be honest. But that's just me being kind of weird and paranoid. So, to sum up, I think that text language, net lingo, etc., I think it's making us dumber. I think it's preventing us from communicating as much as clearly as we could be. Um, I feel like it's not too far off from Newspeak, the language in 1984, where it's like double plus good and double plus ungood sort of stuff. I'm iffy. It bothers me. And please, people, punctuation is there for a reason. It's to make your sentences more clear. Learn how to use it, please. Ugh. But I think all of this frustration stems from me kind of wanting to be a linguist. One of the last major classes I had was language development. And not as in the development of a language, but as in the development of language in children. Like, bilingualism and multi-language households and stuff like that. And how kids pick up words, etc., etc. So language is important. It's how we communicate daily. I think I get frustrated with it. I get frustrated with the internet. I get frustrated with a lot of things. But, alright. Peace out, nerd fighters. I will see you next week, provided I don't screw up and forget again.